You probably think cavemen spent every waking hour hunting mammoths and fighting off saber-toothed tigers just to survive one more day. The truth? Most of them worked less than you do. Way less. Let's break down an actual day in the life of a prehistoric human and why some scientists call it the original leisure society. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how early humans structured their day, what they ate, how they slept, and why some anthropologists think we had it better back then. Let's get into it. There were no alarm clocks. Early humans woke with the sunrise, guided by natural light. Some evidence even suggests they didn't sleep in one straight block like we do. Instead, they practiced something called segmented sleep, waking in the middle of the night for an hour or so before drifting back off, maybe to tend the fire or just sit quietly in the dark. Some researchers think this natural break in sleep may have even been a survival advantage, giving early humans a chance to listen for predators in the middle of the night before returning to rest. Morning started simple. Check the fire, scan for threats, grab a quick bite from whatever food was stored. There was no rush, no emails to check, no traffic to beat. Just the slow, quiet rhythm of a group waking up together as the sun climbed over the horizon. Here's the biggest myth to bust. Most of their calories didn't come from hunting, they came from gathering fruit, nuts, roots, even insects. Hunting was occasional, a big group effort, not a daily grind. In fact, a single large hunt could feed a group for days, sometimes even weeks, which meant hunting parties didn't need to go out constantly. Based on studies of modern-day hunter-gatherer tribes like the Hadza in Tanzania, early humans only spent around 3 to 5 hours a day gathering or hunting. That's it. Compare that to the modern 8-hour workday plus commuting, plus checking your phone after hours, and suddenly the brutal caveman life doesn't sound so brutal after all. Division of labor existed too, with different roles typically falling to different members of the group. Some anthropologists believe gathering was often handled by those caring for young children, since it was safer and could be done closer to camp, while hunting parties, which required more speed and risk, were usually made up of a smaller specialized group. This wasn't a rigid rule everywhere, but a flexible system based on what kept the group fed and safe. Once that was done, the rest of the day was surprisingly free. Afternoons were for resting, napping, making tools, and socializing. This is exactly where the leisure society theory comes from. Prehistoric humans may have had more free time than most modern 9-to-5 workers. This downtime wasn't wasted either. It's when adults taught children survival skills, like how to spot edible plants, how to track animal footprints, or how to start a fire from scratch. It's when people groomed each other, a bonding behavior we still see in primates today, and when the group solved problems together, deciding where to move next, how to ration food, or how to handle a conflict. Toolmaking also happened during this downtime. Shaping a stone blade or straightening a spear shaft took focus and time, and doing it during the quiet afternoon hours meant tools were ready whenever they were needed. This wasn't hurried, stressful work. It was closer to a craft, something done carefully and often taught from one generation to the next. Fire changed everything. It meant cooking, warmth, protection, and light after dark. Cooked food is easier to digest and unlocks more calories than raw food, which some scientists believe may have even helped fuel the growth of larger human brains over time. Fire also kept predators away at night, turning an open campsite into something much safer. And what they ate was surprisingly balanced: lean meat, fish, tubers, and berries. There was no fixed schedule of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They simply ate when food was available, sometimes grazing throughout the day, sometimes sharing one big meal after a successful hunt. Nutritionally, this diet was often varied and rich in nutrients, without the processed sugar and empty calories that make up so much of our modern diet. As night fell, the fire became the social hub, basically a prehistoric living room. This is where storytelling happened, where knowledge and myths were passed down through generations. An elder might recount where the best berries grow, or a story explaining why the seasons change, blending practical survival knowledge with the earliest forms of myth and meaning. Many researchers believe this is the origin of oral tradition and culture itself, the very first version of sitting around and telling stories after dinner. When it was finally time to sleep, they rested on skins and furs, close together for warmth and safety. Sleeping in a group wasn't just about comfort, it meant more eyes and ears watching for danger, and more warmth on a cold night. It's a small detail, but it says a lot about how much early human life depended on community rather than individual survival. So next time you're stressed about your inbox, remember this. The people who survived ice ages, predators, and famine still had more chill time than you do on a random Tuesday. Maybe we didn't evolve to grind 24/7 after all. Maybe somewhere between the campfire and the group nap, our ancestors already figured out something about work-life balance that we're still trying to relearn. If you learned something, hit subscribe. I post videos like this every week. Let me know in the comments, would you survive a day as a caveman?